Tonight on NewsXstreem, the battle lines are drawn and the stakes couldn't be higher. Liberal leader Mark Carney has launched a bold $130 billion plan, calling it the necessary response to the biggest crisis of our lifetimes. But is it a national investment or a fiscal gamble? The debate is heating up as the federal election nears its climax. Liberal leader Mark Carney unveiled his platform Saturday with one urgent message: Canada is in crisis. Framing the moment as an economic assault from the United States and a rupture in global trade, Carney says only a strong, government-led response will protect the nation's sovereignty and economic stability. To succeed in a crisis, you must act with overwhelming force, Carney declared in Ontario, invoking both wartime resolve and economic pragmatism. At the heart of Carney's vision is a $130 billion proposal over 4 years, which includes $22 billion in income tax cuts, $12.5 billion to reverse capital gains tax changes, $18 billion for defense, plus $32 billion on a cash basis, $20+ billion in infrastructure projects, $11.8 billion to launch Build Canada Homes for affordable housing, $6 billion to assist municipalities in lowering development costs, $4.1 billion in tax incentives for rental housing. But it doesn't stop there. Carney's team plans to offset some of the costs by cutting $28 billion in what they call wasteful government spending and capping the size of the public service. Conservative Leader Pierre Poilievre was quick to push back from British Columbia, calling Carney's plan a reckless splurge. Canada can't afford a $130 billion inflationary spending bonanza, Poilievre said. Yet, critics were quick to point out that Poilievre himself supports the same tax cuts and repeal of capital gains changes, and his own tax cut promises are even costlier. Under Carney's plan, Canada's federal deficit would increase. 2025 to 26, $62.3 billion, 1.96% of GDP. 2028 times 29, $47.8 billion, 1.35% of GDP. For perspective, Stephen Harper's Conservative government ran a 3.6% GDP deficit at the peak of the 2009 recession. Carney argues his deficits are tied to long-term capital growth, not unsustainable spending. The debt-to-GDP ratio, 42.1%, higher than pre-pandemic levels, but still far below the 1990s peak of over 66%. With just a week left in the campaign, the Conservative Party has yet to release a fully costed platform. Carney has criticized Poilievre's simplistic take on global economics, especially his comment urging the U.S. president to knock it off. As if it were so simple, Carney said, pointing to the complexities of the current economic landscape. Carney's platform goes beyond dollars and cents. He's pledging full foreign policy review, $100 million to bring back Canadian scholars from the U.S., expansions in digital infrastructure, Arctic development, and trade corridors, all reinforcing his message. Canada must lead, not follow, in a turbulent world. Carney's campaign hinges on one belief: crises demand courage. He argues his plan is an investment in Canada's future, building long-term economic resilience. Critics see it as an expensive gamble at a time when inflation fears are still fresh. Meanwhile, the Conservative alternative remains largely undefined. The clock ticks toward Election Day. Canadians are left to weigh two visions, one of immediate government action and one that promises restraint, has yet to reveal the details. I'm Linda Caleb with NewsXstream. Stay with us as we continue to follow this high-stakes showdown. Because in the race for Canada's future, numbers and leadership matter.